One secret Trump voter versus 6 Democrats.
I'm a Democrat.
I'm a Democrat.
I'm a Democrat.
I will find out who it is
I'm a
before they do.
Democrat.
I'm a Democrat. I'm a Democrat.
I believe you.
Okay, so why don't we introduce ourselves? I'll go first. My name's Angel.
She's a Democrat.
Anthony?
I'm Kevin.
I'm Christina.
I'm Brock.
I'm Zakia.
She's a Democrat too.
So where's everybody from?
I'm originally from the Bronx, but I live here in LA now.
I live here in the Los Angeles area.
I'm from Guatemala. I don't know if you guys can hear from my accent, but I live in.
He's a
LA.
Republican.
I'm
He's
from
a
Ohio,
Republican.
but I live in LA.
He's the
I'm
Republican.
here, born and raised.
All right, from Florida, Winter Haven, but I live in West Hollywood now.
Originally from Texas, but I've lived here in California now most of my life.
Texas.
Steven, when he said he was from Texas, it seemed a little suspicious.
Really quickly, do you guys have like what positions are you most passionate about?
Oh,
LGBT rights.
positions. My fault.
Immigration, like things like that. So.
Disabilities. So I have 2 children, each have a different disability. So
Oh,
for me,
that
that's a
sucks.
huge cause.
I think employee rights, LGBTQ rights for me as well.
Oh yeah, definitely the same. I would say employee rights, LGBT rights, incarceration issues.
How many of us are queer? Can you raise your hand? Is that okay with raising your hand? It's a safe space. We can be queer. It's okay.
What about important issues for you two?
The environment for sure, LGBT rights, and
Q?
just women's rights in
LGBTQ.
general.
Think.
Maybe Christina's the one throwing us off with this rainbow top and be incognito.
I think she was too quiet.
He's
To be
Republican.
honest, she was just waiting for everybody to vote each other out
He's
and kind of leave
Republican.
her to the side. For me, it's immigration. As you guys, I came here legally, so.
He do not care.
another
He did
thing,
not
I'm an
come
HR
here
manager,
illegally.
So for me, diversity and
He is
inclusion is
rich.
a lot.
So you said that you came over like through the process and stuff. How do you feel about people who didn't?
Look, the sun shines for everybody, so you gotta do what you gotta do, you know, to
True.
what's
true.
best
I'm
for
not-
you.
What?
You know?
That was like the answer I
The
wanted to
sun
hear, and I was
shines
afraid
for
to say it.
everybody.
I was just like, please.
What?
Like clean energy and increasing funding for scientific research and also diversity, of course.
No, where do you guys consume your news? Like, where do you find out what's going on politically?
I watch Hassan a lot.
I love him.
I love Hassan mostly because I'm attracted to him.
Me too.
Please react to this.
Mine's just Apple, because I have my phone, I check news sources regularly, so it's whatever comes across the feed.
Like Fox News.
They have it sometimes, but it's mostly like Vox, Atlantic.
If it's not in your algorithm, it won't come up. So I think that definitely solidified
She don't
it
fuck with
to me
Fox.
that it was
She's a
Steven.
Democrat.
It's
She's
all over the spectrum pretty much. So I
liberal.
try to get a good sampling, and because I know the truth is
He's,
somewhere in the
he's
middle
liberal.
of that.
He's liberal. I believe him.
I like when he was young.
He just
There's
don't
some
give a
sharp
fuck.
questions. I was like, oh my God.
My handwriting's really ugly. I'm sorry.
Bro.
The way he was dressed, I think he was overdoing it. And when you're coming to a show where there's 5 other Democrats, there's no need to prove that point.
Definitely Steven, middle-aged white guy. Whether he is or isn't, it just makes sense to sort of eliminate someone
Hold
that
up.
instantly raises suspicions.
She immediately said Fox News.
Oh, they don't like each other.
Like if you're a Republican, you're immediately gonna go there.
They don't fuck with
I
each
feel
other.
like I voted for Christina
They do not like each other.
because she just seemed like kind of not as loud as everyone else.
I voted for Christina not because I suspected her, but I just needed somebody to vote out first.
This video is brought to you by Manscaped.com.
I already have
The
one.
star of the
Why are
show,
they still
the
adding me?
all-new lawn.
They voted her out?
That's crazy.
What?
I am
He wasted his vote.
appalled. I feel like it's pretty obvious it's not me. I literally have blue hair. I think it's because
Oh, shit.
they thought it was too obvious.
is
So
blue. I
maybe I
didn't
should
see
have
that
worn a
shit.
different top.
Can I ask if
She's-
you didn't vote for
she's not a
Christina,
Republican.
who did y'all vote for?
Wow.
Yeah, I voted for Steven.
I voted for you.
Oh,
Wow.
okay, so y'all should talk that out.
As soon as news hit, you immediately went to Fox News. That's
yeah,
why I
because
voted for
I'm
you.
trying to catch a Republican. And you said yes, so I don't know.
Well,
I'm
that's
kind
what
of
comes. I
thinking.
don't control what comes across Apple. Like it's all sorts of news stations.
Feels
So
defensive. Plus algorithms, I don't know. But, we still have time.
I don't like her. Nah, I don't like
To
her.
ask more questions.
It's
Like, how would you
Fox.
define woke culture?
She's smiling
yeah,
and
that's a tricky
acting
one,
like this,
because
bro.
now it's become just like everything else. It's become politicized. It's become so divisive, which is how our nation is right now. Which is why we're in the mess we're in right now.
And then how would you define yourself?
Yeah, I think in this
But she's
country we're
staring
just
him
so
down. Look at
obsessed
this.
with putting people into
Look at
labels
this.
and boxes.
That's this game, but okay.
No, I mean,
I'll get out to you. I'll
we
get
just
out
did
to you.
that.
It's
What
fine.
about for
But
you?
there are other people.
What's
Yeah.
woke culture?
Yeah,
Woke
yeah.
culture means understanding what the issues are, being well informed about those issues, and being able to talk about them in a way that doesn't like polarize people, but just saying like this is what it is, right? Like it's facts, you know, about slavery. It's facts about all these things. So
I just want to say, like, you're not suspicious to me. Like, I was just like, I do remember, like, I'm just not.
me
it's
neither.
queer black person mask
neither.
presenting.
Which could be like to throw us off, but like I don't think it is. I'm
Right?
like-
I'm like, I'm looking at you two right here. Like, what's the twist?
Listen, I only know of one conservative drag queen.
They're
She
Democrat.
literally was in a different video, and I'm not her because I'm pretty. So.
Oh my shade. Where do each of us work? Like, what do
That's
you
just
do
mean,
for a
bro.
living?
I'm an
It's
HR
me.
manager.
I'm an employment attorney for employees.
Oh, okay. So we.
This is it. He's a Republican.
I
We're in the
profess.
same boat.
What is it?
I profess.
This dude has not said shit the entire time.
Sir?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Oh, he's a professor.
Well, finance, real estate,
he's,
law. I'm
he's
in law
liberal.
school.
Okay, so I got smart people here.
Yeah,
More suspicious.
he's a Democrat.
There's a lot of us that are
wasn't gonna say
no. There's
it.
a lot of us that are Democrats.
Okay.
that.
All of
Drag
them are.
queen,
All
content
of them.
creator. Yeah.
Chef, restaurant manager.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
I thought, oh, he's a restaurant owner. If you're a business owner, you're probably more likely to be a Republican, in a lot of contexts.
I'm an engineer, and
wow,
which is
very
why
good.
I know a lot about technology, and that's
Yeah,
why I care
clean
so much
energy.
about clean energy.
Yep.
What do
Oh.
you care about beyond environmentalism? Like, I feel like environmentalism is something like a lot of people could come together for.
Yeah, apart from clean energy and environmental,
It could
also
be him.
diversity, you know.
It could be both of
And
these dudes.
I feel like
I think
the
it's still
Republican Party
him.
is actively railing against these initiatives to have more diverse workforce, which goes counter to who I am.
Okay.
You know.
Let's get down to the nitty gritty with a real question. How do you feel about trans people, all of you?
Oh, I love trans people. I got like many trans friends.
Cap.
They, like, they sound like that guy who's like, I got black friends.
Cap. That's cap. That's cap. That's cap. That's cap.
For me, to be honest,
It's because he got one standing right next to him.
like I said, the sun shines for everybody. You got to do what you got to do to survive in this country.
I've never heard that.
Whether you're
I've
accepted by
never
some
heard
or not accepted
Really?
by others, look, as long as you have a roof over your head, you have food to eat,
Sun
you're
shines
surviving.
for everybody.
I think that's the most important thing to me.
I like that.
So for me, it's very important that you accept the people for who they are.
like this.
Diversity is one thing, but inclusion is another thing. You got to include them.
I asked about trans people, and he's like, well, they can just live their lives. I was like, he completely dodged the question.
I mean, you live your life. Like we are who we are. We can't change who we are. I don't have many trans friends, but like I've been around gay
honest.
people. Like I've talked to them. Like
Well, there's a
we have
difference
good
between
time.
gay people and trans people.
Oh no,
Just-
I'm very much aware.
Right.
Right. I just mean like in terms of like the whole LGBTQ sphere.
Right. So for me, it's part of my existence of sort of
Yeah.
my community, but it's also part of my work. I'm an employment attorney, and so I have a lot of clients that are LGBTQ that have been discriminated against at work. I represent them. I make sure they get what they deserve
Hell yeah.
to the best of my ability. So to me, it's through and through.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, for me, it's, I work for the Cal State system, and so the name of the game is social mobility. How do you take the most vulnerable segments of the
for
population and you
California school system. He's a Democrat.
help them to get to where everybody else is? A lot of my focus is on poverty. If you are LGBTQ, if you are a racial or ethnic minority, and you're poor, it's just that much worse. One of the worst things to be in this country is poor.
So we have
It's ridiculous.
30
It's like a
seconds.
problem that you
so-
could fix, but nobody's actually putting in the work to get it done. Sorry.
Well, that was short-lived. I think I can guess who the real imposter is.
Me too.
But first, have you been a victim of a personal injury case?
Bro, what is this,
Every
bro?
year, as a
Just an
personal
ad, bro?
trainer, I meet
Okay.
so many clients work their person because they want you to offer. I'm telling you, into a horrible trial. Is it double Lotus Bones?
Bro, how long is this ad, bro? Okay.
The second he started talking about the sunshine, I knew. I just wasn't buying it.
Sorry about it.
Stephen felt like an easy vote.
Bro, he
I was
works for the
still on
California
fence
school
about
system, bro.
Anthony and Kevin.
People
I voted for
nothing, bro.
Zakia because,
She's
being
a
from
Democrat.
Florida's a red state. I just didn't know if I could really believe everything that they were saying.
We've tallied the votes, and the results are a tie.
Wow. Okay.
Between Steven and Zakia.
Oh.
Imagine
You
that.
will each
What?
have have 40 seconds to make your case to the group.
Yeah.
Bro, how do you not think she's a Democrat? It says Democrat, yeah.
Yeah, so I am
Secret
not the
Trump
Republican, I am
voter.
a Democrat. In terms of LGBTQ,
She's not
which came
voting
up
for
a whole
Trump.
lot, I live with a trans person. My daughter is a lesbian.
Bro, that does not matter.
My wife is Demi. I was totally truthful when it came to
Demi?
social mobility.
Demi. What is that?
It's very important to me as a college professor. And yeah, that's basically it.
Well, I'm certainly not the Republican. I grew up in Florida, where I was oppressed because I was queer and black, and we didn't have a lot of money. I moved to California because I was like, I want to have my rights respected, and I also love the beach. I actually ran for
Florida
political
is
office in West Hollywood
beach.
a couple years back.
What do you mean you love the beach?
Very
Florida's a
progressive
beach.
city, and so I literally live, eat, and breathe, you know, protecting the rights of like democratic queer people. So it's not me.
Yeah, she believes what she's saying, bro. Yeah, smart. They're stupid.
Oh my god.
Okay.
What happens?
You need to convince each other to budge.
Oh my god, this is
Okay.
So who voted for who? I voted for Steven because I really don't think it's her.
I voted for Steven,
Smart.
but I don't think it's either.
I don't think it's either of them.
Yeah.
I think the mole is standing right here with me.
Oh,
Fair.
wow.
I think it's one of you. I do.
Yeah, I think the same.
Yeah.
I agree. I think it's one of the four that's right here. But I voted for Zekiah. Just being an attorney,
Stupid, buddy.
you know, kind of gave me the vibes. I feel like Steven's also too obvious. You know,
That's why I said it's neither
For
of
me,
them.
I don't think he's obvious. I think it's
I don't
way
think it's
too
neither of them
bold
either.
of a lie.
Yes.
Yes.
Like,
I voted for Sakaya. I mean, she
It's
came
one of
from
these
Florida.
two, bro.
She
It's
said
one of
she
these
wants
two.
to be at the beach. I'm like, there's I
Trust.
think better beaches
I know.
in Florida. She's an attorney. I mean, if you look our financials or income per group, I don't think either us immigrants or LGBT are there financially to say, hey, you know, I'm a road professor. Let's see what happens. You know?
Point who you guys want to choose.
Bro, they're
I can't
stupid,
believe it.
bro.
I mean, queer black person in America.
I
Not that it's
believe you.
impossible, but it feels impossible
her.
that I would be a Republican when all of my
She's a
rights are
Democrat.
literally on the line and being erased as we speak. So
Please raise your hand.
Bro,
if
how
you
are
want
your
to
rights on the
continue playing
line?
game.
I have doubts.
Stop it, bro. I'm sorry. Stop it.
All right. It's unanimous.
I played this game. I don't want to ever play it again, respectfully.
I want to know more about this middle area here because
I
tell
feel
me
like we
things.
could have possibly already gotten the moles partially, I kind of feel, but then I feel like...
No.
honestly,
then
I don't
like,
think so.
we didn't.
Oh, no?
Unless
if
we were
I'm being
lucky the
honest,
first
I still have
round.
my doubts. I think I judged a little
If I'm
prematurely.
being honest, I think it is one of you two. One, there's been a larger shift towards black voters voting for Trump.
Oh, wow.
And
I
that's the only
still don't
reason why
understand.
I suspect you,
That's
just because it's
terrible.
not me. The
Oh,
other reason is that there's also been like immigrants like coming into this country and then switching over to voting for Trump.
Yes.
That was my
Facts.
concern.
But I don't think
Yeah.
it's anything that
Also
you guys
doesn't
said.
make
It's
sense,
just
yeah.
because
How-
what's happening around
And it was
us.
just like
I don't
the
think
sun
you came
shines
here
for
illegally
everyone.
like
That
he
one,
said he
it
did.
just felt so like anyone could say that. You know what I mean? Like, so I just want to know more. Like,
Okay, I can tell you my story. I came here illegally when I was 15. Across the desert, took
Is he saying illegally or legally?
me 2 days. People don't believe me, but I tell them, look, go to the Children's Hospital in LA, October 22nd, you'll see my records there. And this is why I'm in HR.
Bro, you can't go to a children's hospital and get someone's records. That's confidential. That's impossible.
Now I'm in charge of helping other people create that culture. Like, if you come in, you're somebody, you know, not just because of your past or what you went through. So that type of thing, that's why immigration is something that I love.
Whenever he was saying, oh, you can go
Republicans love immigration. Legal immigration.
here and find my records, and like, I thought that was over the top.
talking about immigration, that could go either way because Biden, we all know, has done a lot of deportations himself and the Obama administration as well. So I just felt like it's not, it could lean either way.
Can we go around and just say how we feel about Trump?
I feel like we haven't even talked about that.
I'll be very honest, you're not gonna like my
I hate him. I hate him.
answer this. So Trump is the president that none of us want,
Right.
but he's the president that we deserve, and here's why. Here's why. No, I'm serious. Here's why. Because we are so politically divisive.
Hold on.
If we don't get back as a country to compromise and bipartisanship, Trump's just the beginning. It's going to get worse and worse and worse.
Right.
I'll answer second since you guys think that it's me, but it's definitely not. I cut off family members, my own mom, for voting for Trump. Trump is the
so
worst thing
sad,
for America
bro.
today, and that's what I'm worried about is today.
To be honest, I don't.
Bro, you're a weak man, bro. That's so sad. Cut off your mother because she voted for Trump? You cut off your mother because she had a different political view than you, bro? You're the problem. This dude right here is the problem. What this dude just said went through his ear and out the other. He just proved why he is the problem.
I don't like the things that he said about people. Him calling all of Hispanics, let's put it Hispanics, rapists and all their things, it's not true. I'm part of that, and he's just lying about me, he's lying about my family, and lying to other people. So that's something
Trump don't know you,
we
but
don't want to be perceived as, you know?
By the way, I just want to put that out there. I'm Latina. Like,
Oh,
like
okay.
we're not white.
Okay.
But as far as how I feel about Trump, I think he's going to win. I definitely think he's going to win, unfortunately, because our old man is barely kicking. Like, and stop electing old people.
Yeah, our party needs to
People
get it
ask, am I
together.
ageist? Yes.
I think my biggest point against Trump is that he made it okay to hate. Sure, the racism was there, it was hidden, but when he comes out and he starts saying all these things like, you know, rapists coming into the country and good people on both sides, stand back and stand by, and just, he made it okay in this nation to have a dialogue against other people, and it is resurging in a way like we've never seen before.
Right. How could a black person vote for Trump is my thing.
I asked myself the same question.
It makes
After
no
Charlottesville, you said you ask yourself that same question? So you
Because-
might be voting for Trump?
No, because I've had this talk with people who do vote, or not people who vote for him, but like,
Look, I don't judge people for being a Republican. Well, maybe a little, but I would judge them worse.
I voted for Barack because he had slipped up and said a comment about black people voting for Trump. Is that, you voting?
My strategy coming in was that the Trump supporter talks a lot. Anthony just really couldn't stop talking, so.
We have tallied up the votes, and the result is another tiebreaker.
Oh my gosh.
The tiebreaker is between Brock and Anthony.
Oh, gag.
You got 40 seconds to make your case for why they shouldn't vote for you, and then we'll do a revote.
So, I'm gay as is. I work with BLM. I know Republicans would never do that.
this dude, what he said about his mom, bro, I don't like this dude. He's a Democrat.
Organize for Palestine.
Nothing wrong with
I grew up
that.
in a really large
But cutting off
family.
your
I'm
mom
all
is
about
crazy.
sharing. I'm all
Crazy
about
work.
diversity, communication. I work in a cuisine that's outside my culture, my race. So I had to dive in. I had to study this cuisine. So
You're not voting for Trump because you had to study a different cuisine. You're a Democrat because you had to dive into a different cuisine and study a different.
all right, let's talk about race. My family came to this country on ships and in chains, and we have worked to get to the point where I can stand before you today as an engineer.
So did mine. Irish people were slaves.
And somebody who's achieved a lot in this life that people way generations before me would never have dreamed possible. I've seen a lot of talk from the Republican Party about how we shouldn't be talking about race in schools and just the erasure of the pain and the suffering that my predecessors have gone through. There are other things that I feel strongly about as well, but this is my one thing. Really?
you guys speak fast.
All right.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah,
Democrat
I'm
too.
cooked.
Maybe not. Brock.
Please
Expected as
exit
much.
the square, Brock.
I brought up the black conservative.
Square, Brock.
I brought up
Please
expected as
exit
much.
the square, Brock.
I brought up the black
I'm watching the way he walks.
conservative issue
He's a
as
Democrat.
a very risky strategy, mind you. And I think that came to bite me in the butt.
And then there were 4.
Please raise your hand if you want to continue playing the game. Okay, now you got to convince each other. I'll give you 30 seconds to convince each other.
Who are people still suspicious of? Like, just right off the bat.
I'm suspicious of you two.
They started sussing me? Are you kidding?
You, I'm suspicious of being an,
You can say it.
an immigrant, right? A lot of immigrants do vote for Trump, but they do vote for conservative, like a tendency, right? So I would say it's down between you two in my head, but then I'm kind of thinking
That's time. That's the thing.
oh, I got the whole thing. Sorry,
All
guys.
right, you got to revote.
Anthony talks too much, and everyone needs
Facts,
to know
man.
that.
Tell him to shut his ass
I
up.
talk too much.
Uh-huh.
Please raise your hand if you'd like to continue playing the game.
All right.
So the majority has decided to stop playing the game. If the lights turn green, you have
He's the
successfully
mole right
voted the mole
there,
out
dude in the black
and you
shirt.
win. If the lights turn red, that means the mole is still in the box and you lose. Here we go.
Red.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I was the only one who wanted to continue the game.
Yo.
Oh, damn.
When I count to 3, can the mole
This
please
dude's
step
cheesing
forward?
over there, the big dude.
1,
It's him, bro.
2.
He was cheesing
Three.
though.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Trust me,
I
boy.
voted for him so many times.
I'm sorry. I thought it was you. I did.
My
I'm
man.
Latino. People already assume that I'm Democrat when
Facts,
I'm
bro.
a full Republican.
Didn't fool me, buddy.
Kevin was the mole. I knew it. I
Me
said
too.
it in the round.
I let my stereotype get the better of me. Because
Yeah, buddy.
for me, it was, oh, he's a successful engineer, he's an entrepreneur. If we had to go another round, I was going to definitely vote Kevin.
Cap. Bro, these ads are gonna kill me, bro.
I was right, and more people need to trust me.
Okay, hi guys.
Yeah.
She was right.
Okay, so everything I said is true though. I am a Republican now. I was a Democrat before. The thing that made me switch to being Republican is because I had a couple friends that got deported with Biden's administration that I thought was very, very unfair. Biden has 2 or 3 times more deportations than Trump does. That tells me something. When Trump was trying to get the finances to build the wall, as an exchange, he was willing to offer citizenship to people that had DACA and that came here and that went to high school, graduated high school. Through my research, I found out that Democrats said no. So that kind of struck me like, okay, why would you say no when you're out there all about like, oh, immigrants? Another one, I'm a veteran from the U.S. Army. The VA funding,
Respect,
all
man.
Democrats voted against it. I have disabilities. I go to the
Respect.
VA for healthcare a lot, and I don't have the finances to go to an independent doctor. So that kind of made me do it, because Republicans are more for our veterans. I was able to get my mom, who's an immigrant with criminal record, her green card through a Republican program called Parole in place. Those are my interests, my family's interests, so that is why I voted.
I think so many people are Democratic or Republican, liberal or conservative for very different reasons. But you should listen to people who have different opinions than you. Keep an open
Yeah, I
mind.
like this dude,
Keep
man.
an open heart. Give yourself an opportunity
I like
to learn.
this dude.
This election year, a lot is going on.
I
Just
don't
have
like
faith
this dude.
in whatever you decide.
Call your
We'll
mom,
get
bro.
through it together as a country.
Please vote in November. It's way too important not to. We have to make sure that our rights are secured.
There's more than just the president that we're voting on. There are policies and other people being elected. Please make your voice heard, no matter how small you think it is. Please just go out there and vote.
Trump is a capitalist. That's something I like from him. I like my pockets full.
Yeah, that's money.
Ooh,
Yeah, smell it. Did he just
for
lick
everybody
it?
here. Shoot. Ooh, I just start for everybody here. Oh, shit.
I like this dude, man. W video, man. Hey, man, it really don't matter. It really does not matter.
I'm fit. I'm fit.
Okay. What is this? One secret fat guy? Can't
I'm
you
fit.
just see
I'm
who's
fit.
fat?
I'm fit.
I'm fit.
And I'm not.